everybody, welcome back to session 95 of Materia D&D. We are on part 2. The Menagerie has been traveling for multiple days north along this portion of the Mason Fair Byway, which is a mason crafted, paved, essentially, road that runs east-west across the main portion of the continent of Rune. We're not too important right now. The reason why I'm saying they're going north on it is because it does split in this area as there is a portion of this land of Cled where the hills make it impassable, and then rather than trying to make the road go through it, they made it go around. So it does split into the north and the south. However, they are traveling north, and on the way for the next couple of days, they were lazy travel, soaking in the sun, the nature, dabbling in some of the various substances that they had collected from. Put that in your pipe and smoke it down at Green Hill. Al now has a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot thick curly pine green forest afro, and yeah, it's the most notable thing. The menagerie also took their time to go back to the swine fields where they met a new rancher there, a Khemri man. I believe I said his name was Zanuck. Uh, and they did get some information on how to, find the Simon's old location. As disgusting and as bad as it was when they left it, they did find the marker for the cursed wealth, dug it back up, and have collected it, and are going to perhaps figure out a way to uncurse this stuff. They took their time traveling back through the swine fields as Sej and Karos were with the caravan heading north, and they were going to make it just outside of Volpine at one of the Pathmaker's rests. And it's getting towards the evening. The group that had went to the swine fields is returning, and as they are returning, they notice that the caravan is waiting there for them. But there are a number of individuals that were not originally part of the caravan there amongst the caravan. Uh, they are dressed in greens and silvers. They seem to be wearing chest plates, padded armors, with various different types of uh, cloaks, and they have some swords on their sides, perhaps crossbows and other things.
Does it look like
It's
they
like,
are burning cause?
as you're approaching,
Yeah.
they do look like to be Verdant Cause
Okay.
members. Yes. And as you approach, they look over, because you guys are not coming along the path, and they kind of look over and say, Halt, who goes there?
Hi. Uh, we're with the caravan that's here already. We made a little detour.
Arrows, yes, sir. They're they're part of our travel. They took a little detour to just take in some sights. They made it back before dark.
Yep, we know the way.
Mm. Very well. So as I was saying, y'all are welcome to rest here. However, we will be like with all travelers, we want to understand what has happened down in Green Hill, and there are well, there is place for you up in Whitlaw for the time being.
Yeah,
So,
we're going to Volpine, not Whitlaw, though.
unfortunately, uh, not our choice. Orders
From who?
from. Does it matter?
Yeah, it definitely matters. Like, I'm not trying to start anything here, but Whitlaw's like the opposite of where we want to go, and like we're not even necessarily stopping in Volpine. We just gotta pass through there.
Oh, you're not even going to make it to Volpine. We're at the bisect. At the bisect, you will be going north along the Mason to Whitlaw. Sovereign's decree.
I'm gonna look at this guy and go. I'm gonna look at him and then look at us. I'm like, do you really think you can make us do anything?
Give
Me?
a wicked
No.
smile.
However, my men and the various men that are posted along this area have been ordered to have individuals, merchants, travelers, adventurers, otherwise, that are traveling north from here be diverted to Whitlaw so that they can account where they come from, what they have seen. As you may have known, Greenhill was off limits due to giant activity.
yeah, and
And
now it's good.
just how many men are you willing to lose to enforce that?
Intimidation.
I like it. Well, I should say, I like it. Davis is kind of like, okay.
Can I use strength instead of charisma or no?
You have a rainbow beard. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You're not in the process of like,
Oh, you know what? I want to flip the coin.
Go for it,
sure,
baby. I love it.
there, that works.
I'm gonna stumble
Joa.
my way into the conversation after like being in the caravan
He's
before this.
okay. Yeah, no, I get that because you would have
Just to
been.
listen.
So yeah, he's like, listen, we don't wish for trouble. There's more than just my 5 men here. We have encampments along the road. We have a network of soldiers and men.
That's a good idea.
I,
Hey, so what was your name?
I didn't give it. It's Johnson.
Johnson. Come here. And I'm actually gonna try and take him aside. But like, Dregnar, just cool for a minute. Let me talk to him real quick. And I'm gonna see if I can sort of corral him away from, especially Dregnar, but also his other men if I can.
Let's trust in Davis. I think he got this.
Is it okay? So can I like kind of pull him aside?
Yeah,
As
you got a
Jones
high enough
assaults you.
passive charisma. Yeah, you got a high enough passive charisma.
Listen, and I'll pull out the insignia, the Verdant Cause insignia. Like, I know this may not mean much. I mean, I've worked with the cause in the past. Are you familiar with Meeker? He's up in Volpine.
That is an old.
Yeah, I kind of.
Did your grandfather give you that?
No, it was.
Because that's an heirloom.
Yeah. So do you know who Meeker is in Volpine there?
Yeah, sheriff.
Yeah. So what's your take on him? Like, would
He
you trust him?
once was. I have hardly had to deal with him. I'm told that decades ago he was a great asset.
So yeah, he gave this to me because we we're part of a group called the Menagerie. I don't know if you've heard of us. Before I
I
used to kind of
doubt
ask that as
you're
a
a part
joke.
of them. No, you couldn't be part of them
Oh, why? Why's that? Why couldn't we be? Why do you think we're coming from
because
Greenhill?
because you were trapped there, probably hiding and hoping not to be, I don't know, giant food. And then after Seb and the menagerie worked together to thwart whatever plans, I don't know the
I
whole
mean, let me. So
details.
first of all, Seb's great. I love Seb. He didn't help, except for he was helpful in other ways, but in terms of directly dealing with the problem, Seb wasn't there, man. It was just us. It's a menagerie.
Yeah,
Look at
the
us.
menagerie,
Look at us.
a
What have
group.
you? What do you know about the menagerie? A bunch of different weird guys. Some big, some small. Some kind of crazy looking. Some kind of average looking. Like look at us. We are a menagerie. Like that. That's why we're called the menagerie, man. We've got a
That
lion guy. We've got
doesn't
a
mean
turtle
that
guy. We've
you.
got broccoli bard over here. We've got rainbow beard dwarf. Like how menagerie can you get?
uh, I mean, you could just be part of a traveling entertainment crew. Like, The menagerie is
Weirdly
a
enough,
group
we
of,
were, but yeah, no, we are the menagerie, my man. Like, so, just, and then you know what? Fuck it, I'm summoning the Hearthguard. I'm like, watch this, bam, like, hello. Just trust us, man. Let us go to Volpine. We will tell you whatever you need to report to the Sovereign to get him off your ass. Well, you know, we're gonna cooperate. We don't want to start some shit, but we're obviously not afraid to start some shit either. One way or another, we're getting to Volpine. Go ahead.
was that CJ?
Yeah, this, no, I'm gonna hold off on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Okay, he's like,
Yeah, I would say you
right?
do see at a distance, like you guys see me kind of like animatedly talking, and suddenly, whoosh, here's my glaive.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it time to punch them in the face?
that's what I wanted to. I'm sorry, Jones is like laying on my dice, so it took me a second.
Please
Good.
say yes.
Is he giving you a problem, Davis?
No,
I'm gonna use
hold on,
problem.
hold on. I'll just hold up one finger, so the like pointing is like 1 minute type thing,
Just punch him one time. Okay, I got it.
and then I kind of like
Alright.
shake my head. No.
So as you,
Tell him we're the menagerie.
Yeah, yep. Like thumbs up, just thumbs up, because I'm like kind of too far to really like do anything without just yelling. And I'm trying not to yell when I'm with this guy.
no, I get that. It's just. Give me a second.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so as you the glaive and he sees it, he looks at you, and things happen. Why do I roll low sometimes? So there were some individuals that y'all did not see, and Davis,
I'm
you feel a
getting
very
shot, aren't I?
sharp pain.
God
Yes. In the back of your shoulder as I roll a natural 20.
Oh God. Well, new character. Who dis?
No. There, he's just gonna try to.
Yeah, I've still got my fucking relentless anyway. So.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It's not. It's not a rogue sneak attacking. It's just a heavy crossbow shooting you in the back. So, whatever I roll plus 10. So,
Dang.
8, 10. I'm not even gonna worry about it. You take 18 points of piercing damage as a bolt, just as you're like, yeah, I got to go, and it just like sharp,
I'm gonna
blinding pain.
and I'm just gonna like stare. I'll be like, and I'm gonna look at the guy in the room like, I've had worse, a lot worse. Kind of like still like grimacing, but like.
Give me a deception check real quick.
I'm not
I know it's
deception.
not
Yeah, it's
true.
not actually
I
deception.
know, but it's
I've
still,
definitely
like,
had worse.
Do we
Yeah, I
see
know.
this happen, Adam?
Absolutely. You see, like, you even hear the. Yeah, he's like looks at you. The Johnson, who seems to be, the.
Point of contact.
Yeah, I don't know. Like James, you know better. Like rankings, he's like not the. He's not just a regular soldier.
Like a sergeant or
He's,
something.
he's probably like a sergeant at arms or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. He's like the sergeant.
Or maybe a lieutenant or a lieutenant, a low-ranking
Yeah,
officer or something
low
like
ranking
that.
art. Yeah, but he's still a little
He's
bit
not like a
higher. He just
captain,
was.
right?
Yeah, he's not like a captain or a colonel or a major or anything like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. So you guys see it because you see Davis summon the glaive, and he's like, yeah, that's fine, it's fine. And then like moments later, Davis just comes, and then he's just like, oh, and your voice is a little bit louder, and he's like looking at you, he's like,
I go, Davis.
Menagerie, and I'm just gonna like hold
You
up.
need help?
So first of all, and I'm giving the stop hand. So I'm holding up a hand, just be like kind of giving them the stop
Okay.
signal, like the not like the wait signal. Be like, first of all, you notice how they answered to Menagerie, right? Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything about this. Please don't do
Please
that
put-
anymore.
please put the weapon down.
Sure. And watch when I do. Watch what happens, and then I'm just gonna drop it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
melts away, and he like steps back, like,
Yeah.
and you see the.
Does this
the
match
ones
any
that
of the
are, like,
stories you've heard of the Menagerie? Like any of this shit? And then I'm gonna start like working the bolt out. Like, oh god, Jesus.
I'm gonna send Pebble to you to land on you and just give you a.
It's like, okay.
And she'll squawk loudly at that guy.
Is she healing him or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
give me
Yeah.
the-
So
give me the
as
bolt.
she's healing, she's squawking.
You get 10 points back.
Nice.
Okay, so like half of what you took.
So, Adam, while we're over here around the other guards, I'm gonna look over at Al and Al. Sash, are you with us yet?
Yes,
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna look at
there.
Al and Sash. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna point to one of the guys. That guy, I'm gonna break his arm first, and that guy over there, I'm gonna dislocate his shoulder, and then that guy over there, I'm gonna knock out 3 of his teeth and break his nose. You guys choose whoever you're gonna kill first.
Okay, okay. Do you
Wait,
see
are
any large
we
gatherings? Over there. There. Should we? Okay, we can blast some spells over there. Okay.
are these
Alright,
hostile? I don't even know what's happening
They
anymore.
just shot Davis in the back with a crossbow. I'd say hostile.
Dregnar, the
I just
keyword.
turn
You
around
hear-
and look. Like, what?
you just see the one guy like closest to you, Dragonar, like kind of like take a step back as he's like drawing like a blade out. He's like, "Yeah,
Don't make me shove that up your ass, please."
Also, yeah,
Target!
everybody else did hear me loudly yell "Menagerie," and they responded.
Yeah.
So
And some of the caravan people like step out. I was like, no, sir, they are who they say they are. Hi, and they like everyone just kind of turns and looks at him. He's like, I'm just an oxen driver, but they are the people that saved Green Hill. I'm gonna go away now. And he just starts like slinking back. And
Ragnar.
go ahead and give me a perception check, everybody.
Dregnar, the magic word is monkey business.
Monkey business. Copy that. I thought I was fuck around and find out, but monkey business works.
I'll accept that word. I'll accept that phrase too.
Go ahead.
And Pebble got more than
Davis don't see shit.
Yeah. And he's still dealing with the pain. And Karos rolled a natural 18, so pretty high. Okay, so Sej,
me being oblivious to him getting shot in the back. However, I am very in tune with everything
Yeah.
else.
so Al, Sej, and Karos would notice that, yes, while there's only maybe about 5 of them, the sergeant and his 4 individuals that were kind of here, there's about another 2 dozen in the rest area checking in on the caravans and the people. And many of them are bolts affixed, crossbows affixed to the roof. Johnson will say, all right, it's just, that's not what this was intended. Listen, it's orders. Any of you, if you guys really are heroes, somebody, military, adventurers, you must understand there's orders.
right,
We can send.
but we don't want to follow those orders. But we also don't want any
yes.
trouble. So, like I said, whatever story you want to tell or whatever information you need, we'll give you. But let us through.
I can understand orders, but what is the reason for these orders anyway? Why are we billed to
I don't-
task for these orders?
Yeah, Sej, I don't think you understand how these organizations work. Or you get
Obviously not.
orders, you don't get reasons, really. Usually.
Well, there has to be a reason. Whether
There
they're
may or
given the
may not be a
or not.
reason. There's just orders.
Human kingdoms are so weird.
Oh, it extends beyond the human kingdoms.
Davis, I'm getting bored. Are we killing these guys? Or we're gonna sleep?
Like I'm unarmed, hands up at this point, still kind of just like
Yeah, Glaive melted away.
yeah.
I've got no weapons in my hands either.
Karos
You gotta let
just
us through,
says,
Johnson. You said right. Like, really don't want to start trouble, but we really want to go through, and we don't.
listen, we
wanna
don't
go-
want trouble either. What is
Listen.
Whitlaw? It's a
It's the wrong way.
Fate has us.
detour.
Fate
You
has
can
us going
go
where
in,
we're
get
going
checked
for a
out, and
reason.
come back.
I mean, you notice we came from off the road. We can just go around all of your shit.
I'm
Is
like
that what you
talking
want
to
us
some
to do?
foot
Just want us to
soldiers.
just go around through the high pines?
Just
Wink once, if you want.
spend the
that's-
night, think it over, please. He doesn't wink. He just don't cause trouble tonight. We'll send word to Meeker, see what he says.
Sure. Make sure you mention that it is us from the menagerie.
Troubles are
In
minimum.
fact, just in case, whoever you're sending, send
Yeah.
this, and then I'll actually give him the insignia. You know, it's like he should realize what's going on there. Then.
He'll still grab it. He'll give a whistle. One of the people will come running by. Hands it. You, Davis. I'm not. He whispers it, but it's not urgent. The menagerie are at the rest. Tell him to come.
Actually, so how far from Volpine are we? Like in less than a day?
The guy. Yeah, it's just not worth traveling at night kind of situation. It's Let me see if I think I actually have this marker on the distance map. Uh, Pig ranches were about 3 hours away from Volpine. So yeah, you're about, just
We're really
not worth
just
traveling at
outside.
night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's so.
I'm gonna punch your guard in his face. I'm saying that out loud while I'm walking. I'm gonna punch your guard in his face.
Yeah.
You see, like all the guards just kind of start like giving you more space during
As
our
I start cracking my knuckles.
Yeah, as Johnson sends that guy off, like, I will try and keep them from starting trouble, but we're not thrilled about this. But just if Meeker, I'll tell him to be patient. Meeker will, let us in if that's possible, and if not, we'll figure it out.
Very well, but if you are the menagerie,
Is that really a question still in your mind? Like, look at
no, it's not. But it's just hard to believe that. No offense, that y'all are them.
Well.
I was expecting grander.
I don't
Well,
think you
really,
want to
I
see
can
that.
show you
Yeah, I
grand.
don't think you want to see it.
He just kind of turns off and he starts like checking and like with his men. Caravans are clear. Caravans are clear. They start like going through. Numbering
I'm
off
like,
caravans, numbering off what they've seen, taking
A couple of the
tallies.
foot soldiers that are like a little bit ahead, I'm like lambasting at one and just asking questions while they just not answer me.
Yeah.
Yapping at his face, like, why? Like, what? Tell me what is going.
He's just trying to keep a straight face. You can tell he's getting a little bit annoyed because of your high insight and ability to read. Well, however, up to y'all. You guys have the evening with your colleagues, with your people that you've been traveling, and the guards. And is there anything you guys wish
Can we
to
get a
do?
short rest in so I can finish healing?
Oh yeah, you guys for sure will get a short
Yeah.
rest. Yeah, that's yeah.
I will tell the wagon personnel it's totally up to you what you do, but you may not want to follow our lead on what potentially could happen.
Gotcha.
No use getting yourself in trouble.
No, we understand, but what about your supplies? What are you
Well,
gonna do with it? Like
well,
you won't be able to do much with it at Volpine. Heck, I don't even
well,
think you'll be able to carry all of it with you.
well, I think the only thing we really need to carry with us is, a few rations and stuff like that, and the bag.
We don't have a bag of holding, by the way, out of character.
Well, no, I'm talking about the bag with the gems in it.
Oh. Well, that's in my pack.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's important. We don't want those falling in the wrong hands, and then some basic necessities. It wouldn't be the first time we were living off the land.
But what bag are you speaking of?
Oh, one of his bags. He's got some personal belongings in there that he's really attached to.
I'll hold out my bag of eating people. Like this one here, dude.
That one. That's
Yeah,
no.
dude. Do you want anything from it? I'll hold it open.
Yeah, can you put the lieutenant in there?
Rock, don't actually do it. Nope, nope.
Oh, okay.
I bet he Rock the bag would love you more. I promise. I have an intuition about bags. Yes. Do I need to roll deception?
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, there we go. Not
I just shake my head and I'm gonna like, yeah, this bag, and then I took it away.
right. But
I whisper.
and like Oric, the the oxen driver that you guys were with, he's like, but no, really, um, if we can't pass and we're going to Whitlaw and we have multiple crates of your um I don't know what the right term is, it's not tithing, but thank you gift. What are we supposed to do? This is not
Is he
ours.
just? Is
We
he?
would never dream.
I'll say I'm
Huh?
listening. I'll be like, uh, I know it's quite a bit, but would this help you just store it for a little while, and I'll give him 3 platinum.
It's like, but sure, but we need to find where. How would we get word to you where it's stored?
Uh,
I uh
we'll come find you,
Adam,
maybe.
I'm sure I have a merchant contact in Whitlaw.
I mean, sure. I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
Okay, I would say if you store it with
make somebody up.
well, I'm pretty sure Heb went there, right? The
Yeah.
orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say store it at the traveling turtle merchant band. Heb was a individual I worked with. Just tell him that Dregnar needs it to store for a little bit, and if you can't talk to Heb, talk to the clerk at the front, Silvis.
Nice.
Silvis. Pedal District or
Yes.
okay. All right. Very well. Um.
We'll be in Whitlaw eventually.
Oh yeah, we will.
Hopefully not to not too long.
Murder hobo die.
Very well.
Backstory time first. Backstory time.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Well, if that's the case.
And if you need to pay,
Tomorrow, I guess.
hopefully that helps with the cost.
Okay. Of course. Thank you. So, yeah, then you guys are able to, keep with the caravans this evening. Rations and foods are taken out. You have various, one of the caravans that is traveling with you, strictly you guys supply caravan, right? Like food and everything for everyone that's traveling, because you are traveling with multiple oxen and horses. You're traveling with more than a dozen plus people and everything. So there is plenty of dried breads and preserved fish and even some local game that was killed and prepared. So you're able to eat fairly well. Um,
Adam, the caravans that are here, are they coming from Carver?
Everything here. Well, I mean, oh, interesting. Give me a. I guess it would be your choice. I guess it really would be an investigation, unless if you can kind of come up with something else.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, investigation. 7.
7. Uh, there's more caravans here than you would expect that were coming from just Green Hill and
Okay.
just from the south, but you're not sure. Yeah,
I'll kind of voice that up to everyone. Like, I don't. This is not all from Green Hill. These caravans. I don't recognize any of the merchants' insignias, but maybe some of these are from Carver or Whitlaw or other areas. Maybe from Volpine?
Mm. Oric will speak up because he's kind of with you guys. Like, yeah, no. Apparently, anyone that wants to go down the South Mason or up beyond needs to first be diverted to Whitlaw itself to give inventory and reason.
That sounds tyrannical.
Mm-hmm.
Can you rewind that one? What happened exactly?
So anyone that is traveling, see, are you guys on? Do I have you guys on the right map? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So anyone
So
that's
we're here
traveling,
basically,
like,
right?
yeah, that's
Yeah, we're at the
traveling, like,
split, and they're forcing everybody to go to Whitlaw.
yeah. So anyone
But
that's
why?
traveling like this is being diverted this way, and anyone that's traveling like this is being forced to go this way.
So everything is being forced to Whitlaw, no matter where you're coming from.
Yep.
From
Yep.
this southern portion right here.
Yep.
Did we get a reason why yet?
Orders.
Orders.
Yep.
I
But
was grilling that officer
but
for what orders meant.
Oops.
but I will say one thing. Listen to what he said. We have to go for reason, and they want an inventory. He wants to know what's going into Green Hill
And what's leaving Green Hill?
and what's leaving Green Hill.
Well,
Including us.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, it's everything. So he can monitor what's coming and going from Green Hill.
Let's. I have a proposal. So once we're done in Carver, let's not come back this way. I don't want him to know we're coming.
We can go across the plains.
I'll have to trust you on that
I
one.
agree with that. How do we get past them anyway, though?
The woods. I've been through there. I've been through here several times. I traveled the
Um,
merchant caravans from Whitlaw to Volpine. That's whenever you guys found me. So I remember this area. The only problem is we can bring the wagons with us, but it's going to be slow going, and we're going to be an eyesore.
Nah, I think it might be
Back
like
to
Bray
walking
time.
then.
Yeah, because it'd be very easy. The only thing is if they're taking a count right now, we may want to go ahead and act like we're going to go north, and then in between checkpoints veer to across the open ranches towards Carver.
Maybe I just
Maybe
want to
faster.
pry so much, but I really want to know why.
I think.
Even though I can probably guess why. But still.
The sovereign's a dick, and he wants to take over Green Hill because he doesn't like Seb and everybody else like that.
Well, even if that's the case, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us do.
Besides, I don't know if you were here. Seb kind of, you know, blew him off whenever the sovereign asked Seb to go to Whitlaw and set up there with the guild he has, and Seb told him no. Am I remember that correctly, Adam?
Yep, exactly. So Seb was some. That's the reason why when you guys first got. This is before you said so. A little history.
Yeah.
When the Menagerie first left Volpine and headed south to Green Hill on the encouragement of the people that you're going to meet, Meeker and possibly some others from Volpine, Seb was not available because Seb was up in Whitlaw, being summoned by the Sovereign and answering the summon. And Seb, uh, one of the things that he divulged to the group in one of the war room meetings was that the Sovereign is trying to convince him to set up the Adventurers League up in Whitlaw rather than Greenhill because, well, more foot traffic, more coin, aka the Sovereign, can get a cut. Seb went, summoned, was stubborn as ever, and in fact recruited individuals while he was in Whitlaw to join his Grot Guard, which was a group that was associated with the Adventurers League, but they were tasked with figuring out what's going on in the underbelly and the sewers of Green Hill at the time. So Seb kept busy.
Got you.
The Sovereign does not like Seb.
We do.
Because he's
And I have not been to Whitlaw, so I'll get that later. Cool.
yeah.
I think everybody in the group except for you has been to Whitlaw.
I was just honestly thinking that I don't know
Rock has
exactly
them.
how
Oh,
I
Rock.
got to Green Hill, other than from the south or maybe through Carva. I don't know
You
which one.
probably, it's up to you. I mean, like, so we never really hashed it out, you know? I never,
No. I
but like
kind
if
of regret
we,
that we didn't, but if I
yeah,
were to think of it, it would probably be the same way we're leaving now through Carver going down. I don't
yeah,
think I would have ever been to Whitlaw. I would have
yeah.
almost
You
directly
could have,
walked
by all
through.
means, walked through Carver, and not even thought about it, right? Just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if that's what you want to say, okay, then
The sun wasn't setting yet that day. I just kept walking.
yeah, I'll remember that when it comes to stuff. Um,
It's not big. I just, had
no, yeah, yeah, no, but
curiosity.
it's pertinent. It's part of your character.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just teleported to Green Hill.
yeah, right. It's just the sun rose and Sedge materialized.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So
You
this
were
evening,
born from sunbeams.
one born of
Yes.
shadow, one born of sunlight. Bum bum bum. Destined to be in the same party. Dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
I'm yin, you're yang.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, this is gonna make me have to start unarchiving things, but this is fine. This is why you're the DM. This is why you're the DM, Adam. Okay. Right. That being said, boop. In the evening, are you guys doing anything? Just eating, relaxing? Like, do you have any motive? Like, what are your
Eating,
motivations?
relaxing, and complaining up a high storm about how unproductive and that we can't travel right now. And I'm just complaining the night away.
You're going all spoiled. I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's like
appreciate
Well,
somebody messed up my Cheerios this morning type of deal. I am upset about this.
Somebody messed up my Cheerios. I like that. What's up, Sesh? Rock. Sorry.
I want to find the swine people.
I mean, we have to talk to the
Um.
dryads, right?
Yeah.
Is Rock gonna go wander in the Foxwoods?
You guys do your Whitlaw thing, and I'll go find dryads and pig people.
I mean, we're not going to Whitlaw, but yeah.
So, all right. I'll remember that as a motivation. Are you asking about pig people?
Yes, just random
Who are you?
strangers. Go to. Oh, sorry, tie game.
You should
Uh,
definitely ask the guards first, Rock. I bet they have all the information. As I chuckle.
do you actually say that to me?
Yes, I do. Because I want
Yeah,
you to go annoy the piss out of all the guards.
that makes sense. They know the area. I'm gonna go find a guard and ask them to put this on.
You find a oh, that felt good. You find a half orc, just kind of off on the outskirts of one of the little fires, kind of resting, looking out, making sure you know, making sure nothing approaches the rest.
Hi. Hey, you're a guard, right?
Hi, evening.
Hi.
You're
Yeah.
apparently one of those menagerie, huh?
Yeah. So when we were last here, there was a whole. Do you know the whole thing? I don't need to go over it. You were here, I'm sure. Do the swine people still exist? Where did they end up?
There are no swine people.
What now?
There are no swine people,
There were swine people. Where did they go? What did you guys do to them?
sir. There are no swine people. Have you been drinking?
No. Have you been drinking?
No, I can't drink. I'm on duty.
You know, you're not making any sense. You're not a very good guard, and I'm gonna walk off and ask. There was a whole. There was like we stayed in an inn here, right? I
You're
don't
not
remember.
in Volpine. You're not in Volpine.
Oh, where are we? Sorry.
You're at the split, the bisect.
Oh, right. Okay.
My new favorite game, send Rock to agitate.
I'm just gonna you know what? I'll just be frustrated and I'll just anybody. I'd be like, hey, has anyone seen Swine People? Just
You're
anybody.
here. You're just going around. The answer will be, sir. We don't know what you're talking about, but no.
I'll describe them to them. Maybe maybe you don't know them as the swine people, so I'll give a description of Blob Marley.
His name is Blob Marley.
Yeah, I didn't know what to call him. It was, when I helped him out, he was very blob-like. It's just,
Oh,
it was fitting at the time.
you must be wary from your travels, and I'm sorry, but you need to find your rest. I believe the days of travel have affected your mind, sir. Would you be can I escort you back to your caravan and we can perhaps help you get some rest?
I'm gonna stomp my foot on the ground in a half tantrum, and as I do, the little tremors will come out, and I'll be like, "Why does everybody think I'm crazy? This was a thing that happened, right? I,
Who
yeah,
are you asking?
I'm just gonna storm off, and if there's anything that I can disrupt as I'm storming and knock things over a little, or just there's just a trail of minor destruction around me. I stomp back to my Dreadnought.
You bump into some random guy's caravan and just rip a bag off. Kick a wheel and hurt your toe. Yeah, you just see the guards kind of look at you as he's walking off. And you guys hear, of course, Rock making commotion.
I'm dying laughing.
Yeah.
I go up to Dreadnought, and they don't know anything
It's,
at all.
you know what? I bet it's a conspiracy. They're trying to cover it up.
I have my mage hand come and flick Dreadnought in the nose. I'm not that dumb. And I just sit down and pout.
I've never said you're dumb. Never.
Impressionable, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Gullible? Dumb? No.
I would
I just sigh.
honestly be chilling and kind of reminiscing because this is sort of the genesis of the menagerie. Is chilling in
Just
the
on the
evening.
other
and-
rest.
yeah, the
Yeah.
other side of Vopine, but I'll be telling Karos, and if Sedge is listening to it, just kind of the guys who weren't there would be like, yeah. And then Marb was up in a tree, and Rock was just laying there like a literal rock, and then this crazy tree lady came in,
So,
Al almost died. It was
and then
crazy.
Sam, I think it was, or no, Bentley, Sam or Bentley, one of the two of them got
Sam.
okay, Sam fucking absolutely should have died, and I think did Grisity spare the dying or something?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, was it in Volpine where Marb did his protection from spiders for the rest of your
No, that
life?
was Green Hill.
No,
That
that
was
was Greenhound.
yeah, that was C name
Cletus.
Cletus.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Please.
Yeah, the
Spooky spiders.
Fable Ranch.
So just do some reminiscing tonight. Oh, remember this, remember that.
Oh, this is actually, I'm touched. Oh, you guys reminiscing. That's actually really nice. I'm sorry. That actually makes me feel good.
Remember when we burnt the barn? I kind of burnt the barn down.
Dude, you remember when the
Which
tentacles came out of the ground and you ran in there and
Yes.
picked up Al? That was insane.
Yes.
Don't remind me of the tentacles.
Or that time I bulldogged that big giant pig thing.
Which time?
That shit was awesome.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Marcus is just listening. He's like, "Well, it's nice to hear you reminisce over some of the insanity." It
Sounds
looks
pretty
like
crazy. Honestly,
Really-
all up until now, I've just walked a lot.
Mm.
I mean, that's
Look.
kind of how we started. We just right place, right time.
Or wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it.
I'll vouch for that one. Day one, been having a bad time.
I will say, Davis still has a hard time keeping a straight face when he looks at Al.
Yeah, you see Karos kind of
kind of ridiculous, man.
You're reminiscing with him broccoli.
I think Carl should be
Wait,
next. What would
Davis,
the
did you
lion
say
mane
that?
look like?
no.
Davis, did you say ridiculous out loud?
The comb was mine. I gave you the comb. You do not use the comb on me. That is a stipulation. Unless I say it's okay.
Okay.
Wink. Alan, what did you say?
I asked if you called me
Oh
ridiculous.
no! I just
Person?
you just
Ah.
if you ever look, whenever I look at you, I'm kind of smirking most of the time, or occasionally I'll
Okay.
just look at you and just shake my head what the hell?
Okay, he'll probably take it up with oh, it's just the reminiscing.
Yeah, hey,
We'll pick up on
just,
it.
man. Love those times.
Yeah, it's definitely broccoli telling a lot of stories right now.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Absolutely.
Hmm. Um, so, as the kind of night progresses and y'all are just kind of reminiscing and chilling, excuse me, excuse me, uh, menagerie people, excuse me.
Hello?
Yes, hello? What is that sprightly voice? What is that?
Hi, um, I'm Elma. Nice to meet you. Thank you for everything you've done. Um, you're not, Mr. Turtle. You're not crazy about the pigs.
Say what now?
You're not crazy. They just they don't want people to know.
Eh,
What? What?
Well,
Conspiracy.
he's not crazy about the pigs. That's correct. But the
More order
crazy
bullshit.
part,
Can you
yeah, let her
can you
finish.
tell me where they are, friend?
Um, well, so Meeker has them. Um, Navori and Meeker and the council at Volpine have an agreement with the settlements of the Foxwood. I know this because my daddy is one of the members of the Foxwood Council. They they have them with the tree people in the woods,
mm,
keeping them safe. Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
that makes sense. Thank you, friend. That's very kind of you. Why are people ashamed of them? Like, why are they a secret?
I don't understand it either. I don't know. I mean, they were scary. They almost killed us all, right? But Daddy said that they are being given a second chance.
As they
Well,
should.
I shall have to go visit them then. And thank you, friend. I reach into my little pouch of coins and I hand a gold piece.
Oh, are you? This is candy, right?
No, but you can buy a lot of candy with that.
Are
Keep
you
it safe.
sure?
Like, go to a candy store.
Get your
Mhm.
dad's
Did you
permission.
mean to give me one of a different color? Because this one
No,
is this is an expensive. This is worth a lot color. This color is worth a lot.
that's, you know what? You can get a lot of candy and probably some other things with it. Thank you for your kindness.
You're very welcome.
is this like a little girl?
Yeah, it's like a little halfling girl.
I'll
That's
be
what she
like,
was.
excuse me, are you here by yourself or are you with
Uh,
someone?
no, my dad is. We were traveling and we have to be. He says we have
Oh,
to go to Whitlaw.
Okay, well, can you introduce us to your father since you said he's on the council?
I mean, he's of the council of the Foxwood, the Commonwealth of the Foxwoods.
But could you introduce us?
Oh, sure, of course.
I would love to meet your father.
Oh,
But also I don't want the little girl walking around in the dark with a gold coin in her pocket.
oh, smart. He's like, okay. He,
Dragnar, can I drink from your drink while you're
Here,
gone?
I hand him the flask.
um, yeah. Just don't tell Daddy that I snuck out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
do you want to meet my very bestest best friend in the whole wide world?
Mm,
I'm
yes.
right here. She's already met me.
Why is
No,
his
not you.
beard so pretty?
Oh,
That was
that was him. And what you know what's really cool? Look at that guy right there as I point to Al.
That
He
turtle is a fantastic hairstylist. Highly
he
recommend.
looks like that vegetable I don't like.
Yeah, broccoli.
What? My
uh,
favorite vegetable.
That's the
You
one. I
you
don't
do
like
you.
it.
I'll eat my
It
broccoli as much as I want to.
do you want your hair to be a
wait,
different color?
she kind of like starts like playing with it. It's like, oh yeah,
What's your favorite color? I'll make it your favorite color.
that's hard. I like I like sky blues because I like to lay in the grass and look up and look at the clouds. It's pretty.
I'll get the cone from Karos and be like, can I comb your hair with this, please?
Um, this oh, is it gonna make
It'll make your hair blue.
okay.
Okay, I comb her hair blue.
Rock, remember what our old color is, just in case.
Yes, I will keep that in mind.
As you start
I'll,
kind of running the comb through, you start seeing the blue start to take, and then you just like she kind of like starts pulling her hair. It's like, oh my god, oh, it's so ooh. She starts shaking it. I love it. My
well,
daddy's gonna hate it. I
I'll
love
have
it.
Pebble land on her shoulder now and tweet and be like, "That's my best friend. That's Pebble."
He's cute.
Does anyone else wish to meet her father?
We probably should take her back and be safe. Yes.
Yes.
I think it's best. If,
Karos, I'm gonna keep the
David,
comb so you
Al?
don't get into all the trouble. I'm gonna pocket it for now.
I think it's best if we don't have like 9 of us go. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick around with Zedge. We'll
I'm gonna
chat some more.
I'm gonna take a swig and say I'm not going anywhere for a while.
Rockin' Ideas, the bestest
quite
party ever.
quite a pair.
I'm gonna give Dregnar an inspiration before they take off. Just like, hey, no, you've made plenty of discussions before, plenty of conversations. Keep it
This is a DM's
no,
dream where it's the
we're
2
going today.
least charismatic people going off to talk to
Yeah.
people.
I was like,
Well, so
which one's less worse?
They're both
yeah,
bad.
no, I got you. So a quick point of reference. I said Commonwealth. It's the joint settlements of the Foxwoods, and I dropped the little coat of arms here on the map for you guys.
Okay.
Nice. But yeah, one
Um,
bardic inspiration for Dragnar.
They last for 10 minutes, I think.
10?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
10 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
You can use it on
So
anything.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of things. I forget.
It's a
yeah,
D8
yours
now,
is
right? Oh, it's a
just
D10. Ooh,
it's a D10 now.
nice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Big
That's
beefy.
gangsta.
Yeah,
Huh.
your friendly neighborhood
I,
gangster vegetable.
Yes.
And film producer.
So basically, you're like my version of what Popeye and broccoli would be for him, or spinach.
I have too much research to do. You
Because
drove me down a new character path.
Popeye eats spinach and gets better. Al is broccoli and makes me better.
yeah.
I'm spinach for the party. Okay.
I dig it. I dig it.
You're the party spinach.
That's what monkey business is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Give me. So she will. How long is my hair gonna be like this?
Look at
Uh,
Dragnar.
I can comb it back if you want. Otherwise, I think it stays like that.
No, I love it. It's just I think my dad's gonna hate it.
Yeah, we'll talk to him for you, and if he doesn't like it, we'll change it back. Because you should listen to your parents.
You're right. Okay. Okay. Gonna go see my daddy. And she just starts like, kind of skipping ahead of you guys, kind of leading the way.
Oh, I'm full
Okay,
skip,
not actually stopping to lead the way.
That's fine. And I'm mean mugging every guard I see.
and I'm skipping along with her, just like full on having a pool.
Okay.
Which I guess I'm pretty big. It might be kind of lumbersome, but I try.
Yeah. So, Emma, Elma, excuse me, Elma. There you go. She'll lead you to another covered wagon. However, as you guys are approaching, you are seeing the coat of arms, shields on each side that have the red fox's head encircled by blue flowers on a field of white, um, symbolizing the coat of arms for the joint settlements of the Foxwood. And there is one individual on guard. He is a Goliath, so large, 7+ foot tall individual, uh, heavy, maul on the ground, adorned in a similar, like in armors and padding, however, not fully adorned, more like in this like, gambeson and a couple pieces of chain. However, it is the white color rather than the greens and the browns. And there is on one of his shoulders, you see a stylized pauldron that looks kind of like it's like a fox symbol. And Emma comes skipping, and he goes, "You got away from me again. That's Alma. You can't keep doing that. Your father is going to kill me." And then he sees you guys approaching. Uh, the ones that caused a little trouble earlier. Uh, Hi, menagerie folk. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that fake like insult us. No, no trouble. But yes, we are the menagerie.
Hello, friend.
Hi. I did she cause? What did she do?
Oh, nothing, nothing. She was a delight. She actually helped us on a little bit, and we wanted to talk with her father and thank him for what he's been doing for the Foxwoods and Volpine.
Hi. Let me see if he is. One moment. He doesn't even finish his sentence. He just kind of, Elma, stay in the area. And just kind of turns, and you see he just takes his large. It's essentially what's meant to be like a warhammer, except it's casted and created for someone of his stature and size. And you see him like kind of tilts his head in the covered wagon. It's like, sir, you have distinguished guests. Yes, yes, I know. I believe it would be in your interest to discuss with them. Very well. Um, he'll need a few minutes. Um, by all means, feel free to sit by our fire. Um, he'll need a few minutes.
No, that's fine. I'll take a seat and pull out my other flask, take a swig. I'll hand offer to everybody around me.
Um, if you offer it to the Goliath, sorry, maybe after my shift.
Understood. Understood. Brock.
I take a swig and then I pull out my little ball of cupcake. Start playing.
I'm gonna put a little bit in the top and offer it to Pebble.
I mean, Pebble goes all for it.
Heck
Unless
yeah,
Rock
Pebble.
stops her, Pebble will just go.
Pebble enjoy.
She does. She does a little side look, like as they do sometimes when it
Yeah.
spills. It's super cute. Um.
I'll
Yeah.
look at Elma. I'll look at Elma and go, yeah, too young.
It burns. I know. I've just smelling it, and she's just like picking up little loose pieces of wood and just kind of throwing it in the fire, hearing it crackle, and she grabs another one, throws it.
I said, hey, you want to see something pretty neat?
Yeah, duh.
So what I'm gonna do is in my hand, I'm gonna make an image of the fire, but out of shadow.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna like take her hand and say, "You want to hold it?" And I'll put it into her hand.
Oh, it's not. It's not hot. It's
No,
not hot. And she goes to try to toss it, and it doesn't go anywhere. She's like,
I'll say try it again, and I'll let it go.
okay. Ooh,
And then I'm like,
it's not
see,
hot.
I'm like, Rock has got way more better stuff than that. That's nothing compared to what he can do.
Oh, you guys are cool.
I'll make
Do you
a.
guys?
When he says that, I'll hold up my hand, and I'll just a tiny minor illusion of what kind of looks like her, but as best I can do, just dance on my hand a little bit and twirl around and like twirl its hair, and then runs off my hand and just runs off and disappears.
She's like, oh my God, is that me? I'm so cute. That's so cool. You guys are the best. I made some great friends. She's all, you can tell she's like all content and happy with herself. Okay. So a few minutes have passed, and then the best way I can put it, a halfling male steps out down from the covered wagon, and he is by all means short in terms of when it even comes to halflings. He is a very small halfling, and he emerges, has a presence about him that doesn't match his stature. Looking up at you, he says, "Gentlemen, how's it going, gentlemen? What may I my guard tells me you were looking for me." Kind of looks beyond you and kind of looks at Elma and raises one of his eyebrows.
Um, yeah, we were back in the area, and I was just kind enough to share. I had some questions about some friends in the area, and she knew enough, and gave us a little bit of tidbits on it. So it's just nice. We wanted to make sure she got safely back to her camp. Very nice
Oh,
girl you have.
she got away again. Did he kind of raises his voice? His like this little squeaky voice gets a little deeper, and you just see the Goliath said, "Sorry, boss. I know, no excuses." You just see the Goliath like stare at Elma everywhere she goes.
I'll pat
Um,
her on the head and be like, adventurous little one, hey. I, who you can't blame him for wanting a little adventure. Everyone's
yeah,
okay.
I just wish she'd do it when we could see her. But thank you for bringing her back. And you said that she told you about some of your friends. What
Yeah,
was
just
this?
some of the forest people from when we were back here. I'm Rock. Hi, and this is my friend Ragnar. We're part of the Crass Menagerie. You may have heard of us.
Mm, indeed. Um, it's think if you, I suppose you are because I heard the commotion. Thank you for all your efforts in this little portion of the world. Um, I suppose I should say we are indebted to you.
Right,
God, my
are
voice
you,
is not going squeaky. I need to go squeakier. Sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
not easy to maintain, I imagine.
Mm.
I hear you're part of the um,
The
joint
The
Foxwood
settlement.
Council.
council.
Are you part of that group?
The council. Yeah, yes. That is indeed. I am Ludwig Curlywit. You've met my daughter Elma Curlywit. I am one of the representatives of the Foxwood councils. Um,
Are, are the dryads and the swine people doing well?
ah, um, yes. However, it is difficult to discuss these matters because of, mm, well, the sovereign's control. And we are also trying, he kind of leans in, it gets a little closer to you. We try not to mention it too much as we do not want word to get out and we do not want potential retaliation or hunting of our new neighbors.
So
Oh,
I have a question. How long is this blockade, if you will, been here?
Well, let's see here. If I recall correctly, word of the besiegement spread, was it about 2.5 or 3 months ago at this point? If I am not mistaken? Actually, I gotta think now. Because you
Sounds about right. I mean,
guys.
we were in freaking Deep Root for a month or
Yeah,
more.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I want to say I want to say that. So let's say yeah, three. Let's say it's at least 3 months, if not more. I'm sorry, I'm
Mm.
not too familiar of the when it first was set in.
And your daughter had said something about you guys are having to go to Whitlaw. Were you planning to go somewhere else?
No, happens for us. We are going to Whitlaw to um
Well, you don't
take
have to tell me
and
why. I just wanted to
it's
make sure that you weren't trying to get to Green Hill and they're diverting you to Whitlaw.
oh, no, no, no. Are you not going? The festival
What
Roboting.
festival?
You're Adam. You're roboting again.
should well, wait for a second.
Yeah,
Let me know
I
if it's
think you
lighter.
caught up now, but we didn't hear the other
We
bits.
heard
Gotcha.
festival and that was it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no, so when you asked like if he was going where he was going, he was like to Whitlaw. I am taking my daughter. Uh, we are going to the Festival of Colors, which is occurring this weekend.
Mm.
Um,
Happy Diwali to anybody watching.
what was that?
It's a
Yeah, yeah,
Happy Diwali to anybody watching. Which is
yeah,
I know
exactly.
Holi is the festival of colors, but also just timing wise, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want to do history checks, you or and Rock, you can.
16.
It's pretty good.
20.
97.
Yeah, 21.
This is one of
Yeah.
y'all has a
So
bardic.
yeah, if
Oh,
you need
yeah.
it.
Let me go ahead and use it because it's getting ready to expire. So 24.
So you guys are kind of in the same area together. So yeah, the festival colors, it kind of represents when the greens are starting to really start coming back. Because while keep in mind we are in what would be our equivalent of, I guess, roughly what is it? We said it was like October, November on the calendar, but it is Southern Hemisphere, so it is starting to become warmer, more spring-like. It's when greens start to come back,
You
and
got
it's just a celebration of. Hmm? Did I cut out?
You're back, but you did. But I think we got it.
Yeah, it's just a festival that's celebrating the transition from winter to spring, essentially,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and
So,
lots of music, lots of festivals. It tends to go on for the whole weekend. It's a good time.
so Volpine, anything significant change recently? Is Meeker still the sheriff and all of that?
Um, there's some new cracks in the ground thanks to our lovely mayor. She's a terrifying thing when she's angry. Uh, uh, but no, Meeker is still sheriff. Devori is still the mayor. Uh, Plains cow ranching is still the main thing. We still got the Fox Den, the Silver Spur Saloon. Uh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems the same.
Okay.
Really, the general store is still there. Not much. We, you guys know you were there. Not much actually damage happened to our city.
That's good. Just, it's only been a few months, but it's been a long, long few months.
Well, apparently, if I hear correctly, you were stuck down in Green Hill, and part of the main efforts that made it to recover. Yes.
Yes, we did. We did what we had to do. We did, what we were able to do to help the people in Green Hill.
Well, while they are not officially, sisters and brothers of the joint settlements, we do appreciate you taking care of our neighbors.
Mhm. Well, that may be something you want to talk with Seb and another gentleman named Victor, our interim leadership until everything gets more settled. So you guys may want to send an emissary down there and see how would it possibly any beneficial things for Volpine and Green Hill.
Are you to say that the previous, the mayor, what was his name? Jonas is. He did not survive then.
Out of game, I can't
We
remember.
saw his dead
Yeah.
body.
You
Okay,
saw his head
Or head,
impaled on a
yeah.
spike.
Yep. At
that's
the
right.
Boulder
That's right.
Fields.
That's right.
The elephant.
I will
Yeah.
say, unfortunately, he was one of the many who did perish during the attacks.
I have heard that many indeed have. Many have perished. I say less than a quarter remain.
Yes, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I know many have perished. But much like Volpine, where you guys are rebuilding with new personnel to the area, I believe the plan for Green Hills is to do the same, to try to fill in those vacancies that were a symptom of the attack.
Hmm. Well, unfortunately, um, Sovereign definitely makes it kind of difficult to get down there without
Yeah.
him knowing what's going on.
Do you know why he's doing this? Doesn't make sense.
Uh, I truthfully, I don't know why he didn't go down and support our neighbors,
Oh,
but
trust me, he was asked to.
I'm quite certain that was the case, but he deemed it an unnecessary expense.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want
Sovereign
un,
of Exchange. It's in
I
his
want
title.
I want an unnecessary expenses face when I see him.
Get a good slug in there for me then too.
Yep, sure thing. And then
Thank you.
when he does that, I'll kind of look at Rock and kind of raise my eyebrow, like,
Oh no, he's definitely he's a powerful individual. He is not a liked individual. He's
hmm.
liked by those that he keeps in power with him. Unfortunately, if you're outside of Whitlaw's grasp, he tends to, well, shit rolls downhill.
Hmm. So I'm gonna kind of lean in and whisper a little bit, like, so do you happen to maybe know ways to circumvent these blockades?
Fortunately, it's difficult. No, even someone of, I hate saying it this way, someone of my stature, insert the joke, go ahead,
He's
laugh.
saying to a dwarf.
Yes. I'm
But I mean,
like,
he's,
I know he's
as
still
I
much
look,
smaller, but
but no, as I look at the turtle who's like 7 foot beside me.
yeah,
and the Goliath.
Yeah, and
yeah.
the Goliath. I'm like, my half orc friend. You
Okay,
know,
well, so you're used to it. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we have an elephant and a lion with us as well. So I am the shortest.
okay. Well, you're still much taller than me, friend. But anywho, and he kind of looks, Alma, stop throwing pine cones in the. And you hear like one of the pine cones start. First, um, I just out of curiosity, did one of you do that to her hair?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
uh, that she she likes it. I can
No,
make it in
no,
fact.
it's quite alright. It kind of goes with the theme of Festival of Colors. So thank you. How long will it last?
Uh, when it grows out, it'll be normal again. I think.
I look at
Okay.
Rock and then I look at my beard.
Yeah, has Jorgmar's beard been like? Is it starting to grow back normal colored, or is he like permanently that?
I took it as it was permanent.
No,
It like colors
it
the follicle itself and everything.
Yeah.
yeah. It's so like it's a minor magic thing, but like because when you think about it, it's a cosmetics kit essentially is what it is, right? But it alters it as far as you know indefinitely.
Eh,
I'm sure there is a duration. I just haven't thought about it because it's not like this wondrous, magical, powerful item that will
Well,
like
it's
turn you into somebody else.
been at least 2 months so far for my
I feel
Mm,
like
beard.
a month.
a month for
No,
your beard, a little bit
no,
more.
because we had a month of downtime.
And that's it.
Yeah, and you got it towards the end of the fight, right? You got it like a week before you
Yeah.
stopped the ritual.
I thought it was before that.
No. It
That
was
was near
like,
the end.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
Yeah.
no, it was right after we hamster balled that one person. Yeah.
yeah. So I should say, I should say that, okay. Let me think about it. I would say that it probably really lasts no more than a month, because that's
So-
ridiculous. So yeah, you would start to see that it started.
So my dark roots or my black hair are starting to come
Yeah,
back.
I'll make a note of that on the item.
I'll
Because
let her know that then. I'll be like, yeah, like, or let him know that. Like, yeah, about a month. We did his beard, and it's been about a month. He's kind of starting to. So I'll just point at Dragner.
it's we can do a month. Her mother will understand. After all, the menagerie did it.
I can do yours too if you want. I'll tell us. It was Elmo, right? I'd be like, hey, do you want your dad to match you in hair color?
You can, daddy, 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 daddy. We can be twins.
I'll pull out the comb and I'll just kind of like, eh.
All right, for my girl. It's like,
damn, what a dad! Dad of the year. Hello.
Heck yeah. I'll start combing his hair, turning it blue.
are you changing the style or anything, or just making it?
No, I'm not a stylist. I am
Broccoli
only like
dad. We're gonna have double broccoli.
Okay. Yeah. So
after Florian, I'll have it to Dragner and be like, style?
yeah, his regular, like, his
Or-
nice clean cut with the slight, the simple part, all that. It's light blonde turns into that sky blue hair. He can't see it. He's like, "Is it done? Has it done?" Sorry, keep going back to that deeper voice. Is it done? How's it look? Alma's like, "Oh, by Pantheon. I love it. 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 My dad and I are twins. My dad and I are twins. My dad and I are twins. My dad and I are twins." I think I might have gone robot again, probably.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, I heard you.
Cool. So, yeah, if you needed his name again, it was Ludwig.
Von Beethoven.
Curly wit.
No, Ludwig Curly Wit.
Well, I'll sit here and small talk with him for a little bit, offer him some of the dwarven brew I have, and probably about an hour or so, unless he runs me off, I'll head back to camp.
He won't run you off. He's a extremely pleasant individual. Again, to bring in his stature, he's a much more bigger personality than his size, would let you on. Yeah, he talks. He's just happy to have a good conversation. His guard is able to relax because there's that sense of just trusting you guys based on the story and how relaxed he is. And Alma doesn't run off the entire evening. She's just happy. Like, she's in a little happy space with you, Pebble, Rock, her father, and the Goliath. So cool. All right. Anything else of importance or pertinence to you guys throughout the evening?
Just waiting
Anyone?
for whoever to get back from Whitlaw, being like, "Yeah, y'all are good. Let's go."
Okay. All right. So, are you guys gonna put up watches in the night, or are you just gonna trust yourselves to? Because you really haven't had to do very many watches even on the caravans. Like, I'm sure you guys would help, but it isn't like anything too official, right? Just like, yeah, we'll stay up. We'll stay up.
I'm building a castle.
Oh.
How are you?
Yep. Yeah, that's why
Uh,
from as long as I have the spell equipped, every night I'm just making my castle.
all right. How many rooms are you making?
It's always two. I get 2 floors. So the bottom room is always like
Two
the
floors,
pool.
but it's a
and
bunch
that
of
area.
rooms, right?
Nope, I only get 2 rooms.
Really?
And then the upstairs is
No, I thought you for each spell level. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
it could be, but I'm just doing the base. This is my base, very familiar. Upstairs, kind of my study area, and then downstairs again is like a cool wash area.
Gotcha.
And I'm
Where are
gonna put
you
up a big
making
sign.
this?
I'm gonna write a big sign that says "Swine people welcome."
Where are you just putting it like on the side of the rest or something?
Yeah, just kind of near the whatever, near the
Jesus.
entrance.
All right, I gotta look at the spell. Like, is it a 10-minute casting time or something?
Yeah.
They're pretty
I will.
smallish floors too. They're like 10 by 10.
Yeah, they're not massive. I know that. It's just I'm just thinking of like, you know what I mean? Just like how disturbing that would be.
I will let Davis, Al, and Sej know about the conversation we had with Ludwig and about his disdain for the sovereign as well. And I had mentioned maybe they need to contact Seb and Victor about possibly joining the alliance of the southern towns or whatever he called it.
Sounds like adventure to me. I'm down. And I hand you your flask back.
Is it empty?
Definitely not empty. I took like 3 swigs though.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds so. So he seemed to enjoy, or seemed to agree with you about the sovereign.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good.
He's not. No one apparently in this area is happy with these barricades, blockades, whatever you want to call them. But apparently
I certainly am not a fan.
they apparently appeared about the same time ish that they got notified that Green Hill was under siege or occupied. So a couple of months now.
Yeah. Okay.
I get being defensive over whatever happened in Greenhill and protecting your own town, but clearly word of Greenhill being in a more peaceful way now is traveled further than Whitlaw. That's for
Yeah.
certain.
And
And they're still
according
keeping this up. There's got to be a reason, and I don't like it.
yeah, according to Ludwig, the sovereign was notified about what was happening in Green Hill, and he did not deem that it was worth the cost to help Green
Fucking
Hill out.
figures. Oh, hey, Rock. Did you ever find out what happened to the swine folk?
Sorry, what was that? You kind of hard to hear.
Uh, did you ever find out what happened to the swine folk with the dryads?
Yeah, they're in the woods, but they're not well received by everyone yet.
But they're okay.
There was there was mention of keeping quiet about them, so they're not hunted. Which that doesn't make me very happy. They're
That's-
their own people now.
yeah.
I wonder where Whitlaw gets their food.
Better
Greenhill
not be eating
produces a
my
lot of.
swine friends, or my bag's gonna be eating some of them. I pat my bag.
Well, they have to get their beef, or at least some of it, from the Volpine ranches and the pork.
So I'm not gonna make you guys roll too much history on this one. Saj, I understand that you wouldn't know it, but the group would be able to tell you that Whitlaw is essentially like the metropolis of the area. It's massive in comparison to everything else. You know, Volpine and Greenhill, those were 4,000-ish people. Um, Whitlaw is probably upwards towards 60,000, if not more. It's the crossroad metropolis of the area. Um, all manner of trade, all manner of cargo and transport passes through. It's the heart of Cled. It's the heart of this. It's the heart of this continent. It's the heart of this country. It's the heart of the area. The sovereign and his appointees um, are so influential and so powerful because so much goes through Whitlaw.
Sej's like political gears are turning, even though he's influenced with a little bit of liquor at this point.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
he's kind of just like pondering in his head, like, there's so many natural resources around, and I don't know why they're doing this to themselves. And they deemed Greenhill as unworthy or not worth the price. But he's thinking like, there's a lot of produce that probably came out of there. It's cheaper to get it from here than to import it. So he's just like ruminating by the bonfire at this point.
Understood. Um, actually, let me see if I have something real quick. Do. So many notes spread across so many things. The hearth, the heartland? No. Dollywall, Eleanor and Funnerin, Jade Expanse, Cled, Lucidia, Missouri, Ostrich, Open Plains, Pride Lancet. Did I actually delete this page or something? Maybe it's under regions. Yeah, so yeah, so this region, this area is known as the Harvest Reach. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay, so Rune's vast heartlands contains miles and miles of rolling hills, savanna, and fertile farmlands with numerous freshwater rivers carrying nutrients from the framing mountains, most notably the Snoring Mountain. The rich volcanic soil in this expanse of land is worked by the people of the realm. The hardworking people tend to their fields and business, while the armed protectors of civilization, known as the Verdant Cause, patrol the paved trails, keeping bandits in check and battling off the wild beasts of the forests. Much of the major bastions of the enduring society of the Harvest Reach are connected by the meandering Mason Fair byway, which brings caravans with fresh trade, intrigue, and other industrial pioneers across all of Rome. A caravanner's life, even with the Verdant Cause patrols, is not without dangers. There are hordes of marauders, bandits that ambush, war bands that slaughter, for those that are unlucky to get caught. And then it just goes on to more. So this is just basically like this entire region is just a giant agricultural. It's like, how do I put it? It's like if it's like Aggie heaven essentially.
It's basically the middle of the United States.
Yeah,
I see.
it quite literally is the middle of the United States. And this just happens to be Whitlaw happens to be like as close to smack dab at the center, and it happens to be where where like the Mason Fair, which is the one that goes east to west, basically cuts through it. And then there's other roads that meet it as well. So, but I mean, well, you guys will learn more as you travel more or ask more questions. So we'll figure all that out. So, coming back to the evening, and then we'll go to the evening and we'll take a break here. Anything you guys really want to do or any focuses? I know you're waiting for the writer to get back. I understand that.
I'm just going to do my meditation, but we can do the history checks offline later.
Okay, we'll do. Okay. Broccoli, anything?
Uh, Nothing comes to mind. No.
Uh,
Nope.
Says you're good. Davis, you're good.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So, as nightfall, as nightfall comes, it's midnight. You gotta have well fed, um, well protected and guarded. Uh, Sleep comes to, essentially all of you. Pebble nestling up with Rock.
I guess my one thing is, what is Rock doing? Is he like that's like a big dome, but what the? Because I don't think we've ever seen him do this, right?
He's
Oh
done
no,
it a
that's right. He
lot.
has
He
done it.
said,
Never
Well, I had
mind.
it in town many, many
That's
times.
right. It even happened in one of our sessions, at least. That's right.
yeah, but he did it nonstop every single day.
Oh, okay.
And you know the layout. It's like a bathhouse at the bottom, and it's his study up top.
All right, cool. Yeah.
So,
So I'm excited to go rest in once ever he's ready.
there is a little bit of concern and curiosity, but they can't do anything about it.
And when someone asks a question, I just look at Menagerie.
There's like,
It's what we do.
yeah, like some of the caravanners that y'all are with are like, they've seen this. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
and y'all are able to find rest, find relaxation. Um, Before we go to break, um, is Mr. Davis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as you find yourself sleeping, what is a peaceful, calming, what's like good sleep for Davis? Like what would be on his mind or what would he be dreaming of?
Um, hmm. Let's. There's could be a couple of things. So real far back. We'll just say back at home, like growing up. Uh, Actually, I'll say laying out under the stars, not that far from his house. Um, yeah, actually just laying out under the stars, the smells of home, like you can smell the chimney a little bit as well, but also like
Mhm.
the natural vegetation and wildlife around. One or two of our crops. Let's say we grew like corn or something like that. Maize maybe.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, maybe I just pass out in a cornfield every
So
once in a while.
gotcha. No, I get that. So, you find yourself peacefully asleep, staring up, and then at some point throughout your dream, it's one of those moments where you realize that you are dreaming. Looking up at the night sky, looking up at the stars, and you realize that the sky makes no sense. There is not a familiar constellation or formation in the sky. Do you try to do anything, or what's your response or reaction?
I'll. So if it's yeah, I'll see if I can get up and look around.
Okay. As you get up and look around, and you kind of start to like pan, it's kind of one of those when when you kind of see like the camera
Yeah,
move too
yeah, yeah.
fast, right? And you're just kind of the world just keeps panning around you, and then you kind of look up, but the night sky is solid. It's there, and then you just see some of the objects like in the sky, the stars start kind of moving, settling, and falling into place. And as you blink, you imagine like lines connecting them and drawing shapes and symbols. Um, Still nothing that you would recognize,
Okay. Just abstract shapes, like
at least from what you can
okay,
tell. Yeah,
fair enough.
it's not a constellation that you recognize. It's not a word
Right, or an
or
object.
anything like
Gotcha.
that. Yeah,
Okay, I guess look
where
down. Like, what does it look like, ground wise, and everything? So that's all just up in the sky. What about where
yeah.
I am? Where am I?
So like when you look down, that stopped panning. You
Yeah.
see your your home, some distance behind you, the light from the oil lanterns inside, and the little chimney smoke coming through. You look off to the side and you see what would be like some fencing that your family had put up, some of the crop fields. It seems good, and then you just breathe a sigh of relief. You look down, and below your feet you see cracks and fissures, and you see steam starting to vent through.
I'm running to the
And
house.
as you begin to step, you see, yeah, that there's a glow coming from underneath. And that glow is, yellow, orange, red, starts to get intensified. You start running, and the fissure starts. As you're running, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay. Actually, since I have my totem, it actually landed on Fox's cunning. So do I use my
Yeah,
advantage?
perfect. Yeah, yeah,
Nice,
yeah, of course.
nice. Helped a little. Still only 11. But
11. As you're running, the fissures, they're not following you. You are where you're stepping, you're causing them.
oh, okay. Then I will stop in place.
As you stop
I'll
in
be like,
place and you look down,
actually shout out. I'll be like, Mom, Dad.
it's the crickets and the frogs of night. And then you hear the earth below you like cracking and fissuring and. Do you look up or do you look down?
Down. I will try and summon the Hearthguard if I can. Because this feels like something that has to do with this.
Nothing. You go for the
Am I
motion.
like?
In your sleep.
Am I dressed? What am I dressed like? What I would normally wear, like when I went to sleep.
Whatever you visualize yourself in
Oh, okay.
as you're sleeping. So either you're in your clothes back then when you were a
Yeah, I would
kid,
say in this
or
setting, yeah, I'd be in whatever I was wearing as like a teenager.
yeah. So and then you've snapped to you. It's your adult form though now in this space,
Yeah.
and then you go to summon it and nothing. And now as you looked out, you see your house. You know, out to the distance. You hear the crickets. You hear and you're remaining still, and you just hear the ground beneath you continue to crack and fissure and buckle, and you feel like one side of your as like some of the ground from like underneath your right leg give, and you start to kind of dip down.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna jump up and down. I want to break this ground.
Okay, so as you do, you kind of jump a few
Boom, boom. Get
times.
me in there. What is this?
Yeah.
I want to. I want to figure this out.
Okay. Nice. So as you're allowing it to basically, and you just start like stomping in place, jumping, just it splits more, splits more, splits more. The heat is starting to get up. You start realizing you're sweating and dripping, soaking wet. I need. Is everyone sleeping kind of within proximity of one another?
I'm in the
I would
tower.
prob- I would
The
have
guy,
been around whatever fire we have.
Okay, Davis, where
Yeah,
were
I
you sleeping then? I should ask.
If everybody else was gonna go in the tower, I was gonna go in the tower. If people were gonna stay outside, I would have stayed outside, like by the fire though.
So probably by the fire.
But if it was our normal thing for us to just all go chill in the tower, then I would have done that.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm thinking a 10 by 10-foot square with a
That's
big
true.
pool in the middle. That's not a lot of room there.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, probably just let the
so
Pathmakers rest.
okay, at the rest. All right. See passive perception. Oh God, really, James? You had to do that one. I hate that one. Ugh. Oh, it actually makes me give me the heebie-jeebies. Al.
Ye-
Are you? Yeah, Al. You'd be the highest one. So Al, as you guys are resting and sleeping, uh, Davis is, you know, fidgeting more than normal in his sleep, and it kind of wakes you a little bit, and you kind of go look over, and I'm assuming you're not sleeping in like any armor, Davis,
No,
right?
absolutely not.
Yeah. And Davis is kind of rolled over and is like sleeping, like, kind of on his belly, kind of using his arms like a pillow, kind of kicking. And you see, like, beyond his, like, linen sleeping, his undershirt that he normally would wear, you see those 5 marks on each, so 10 in total.
Actually, sleeping probably shirtless.
Sleepy shows, very well. That's fine. You see that like these markings that you've all seen at this point from Davis that seem to have manifested over your journeys. They are glowing like they're striking hot red, and he is sweating.
And squirming.
That's
does he usually do this?
your sleep session.
Oh
Um,
God, you're right.
Yeah,
if I put my hands, I don't know, 3, 6 inches above the markings, is it emanating heat?
heat, but not like scalding, burning hot. No, it's hot. Like it's like fever hot, right?
Okay. Um, I'd probably watch for another 10 seconds and then consider waking him up. Yeah, if he looks uncomfortable.
Okay.
Would I use anything? No, I just use my hand and kind of nudge his
Shake him.
shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. So as you nudge him, Davis. So as you're jumping in your dream, stomping, trying to break through, you feel the world just kind of shift to the side, but you land. You continue just jumping and trying to break through.
Yeah. Just gotta keep pounding,
Okay.
pounding. This actually, if yeah, I'll just keep jumping up and down.
Okay. You manage to, with one more heavy crack. The ground below you just starts to cave in, like like a quicksand, right? And you start falling down, and there's that familiar orange, yellow, red glow of this subterranean cavern as you are just cascading your way down. Al, he didn't wake up. What are you doing?
Keep shaking harder. Start saying his name like Davis. Davis. Hey. Hey.
Davis, you're being like flung left and right through this chasm, bouncing off the walls, tumbling, spiraling out of control.
Oh man,
Where are you looking? Or
down.
trying to
Still
look?
looking down. Like
Trying to look down.
I want to know there's something in like the core of the earth or something that's like pulling me, and I want to just come face to face.
Okay. So as you're tumbling and like, you feel it's that weird sense like the world is slamming you, right? Side to side.
Yeah, I
And
would
but
push
you're
back against that. Like, no, you're not keeping me from where I'm going.
okay. Al, as you go to shove Davis one more time to kind of like nudge him awake, his arm just shoves you with all his strength and like knocks you off your feet, kind of, or like, like if you're crouched over him, like sits you back on your ass.
The hell?
Davis, you're like falling, free fall, looking straight down through. Now you're starting to like see smoke and like, a thick layer, and you're starting to dive through it. Your eyes begin to kind of tear up, but you're able to peer through, and amongst the smoke is a visage of the glowing, grinning, fiery, reptilian like smile, looking up with his burning eyes.
I'll yell down to him, I'll be like, "What have you done? What do you want from me?"
And this rumbling, you'll hear, "Find me."
Where? I think I'm going the right place. Where? Is it? Oh,
And he just chomps.
and I'm chomped.
You are
Okay,
chomped. And then
okay.
you wake up and you're covered in sweat. You kind of push yourself up off the ground, covered in sweat. Like you reach up and it's hot. Like your neck and shoulders are burning. It's hot.
Yeah, I'm staring at the ground and like even like punching the ground a little bit to see if it gives.
Hurt your hand. You hit it so hard. It's like,
God,
Davis. Davis.
what?
You, you good? You.
Yeah.
Sorry. You. Don't,
Wait.
how do you feel? You okay?
David, Al, you have like a little bit of a slug. Like, let's say he got you like on the chin. Like you actually visibly like a little bit of a welt on your chin.
What? Wait.
You okay, man?
Were you, was I? Oh, I was sleeping. God damn it.
Yeah. You're awake now.
Um.
Yeah. You're fidgeting a bit, and the stuff on your back is acting up.
Wait, it is, and I'll reach back.
You feel it's not, again, like it's not like burning, but
But it's
it's
like
like you're like
feverish.
100 and yeah, like 120 degrees, right? Like a big bad
Oh wow.
fever. It's like hot, hot.
Is it? Does it look okay? Like, is there something? What's going on?
Just active,
Glowing
like
claw
that
marks.
word.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nothing we haven't seen before, but uh, I don't. I doubt this happens when you're sleeping usually.
I mean, there's some of this. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, we got to get through here. Have we heard anything from Maker? Have they come? And I'm just like completely exasperated and look almost like I don't know where I'm at, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not even looking at you when I'm talking to you. I'm actually like scanning the ground and just kind of looking around, like almost lost. Just like,
No, it's still middle of the night. We have some more time to rest up.
I punch the ground really hard again. I'm assuming nothing
Hurt your
happens.
hand
Yeah, it
again.
just hurts my
Yeah, you just
hand.
hurt your hand.
You
You just
you want to talk about anything?
Probably, maybe not tonight. Um, yes, I do, but just not right now. And thank you,
Okay, okay. Whenever you're ready. Yeah.
thank you, thank all of you. Yeah. and like words are just not coming super easily. He's just very much lost at the moment, so stammering a lot.
Sometime,
I'll press the
sometime,
diffuser a couple times to, I don't know, if you help you sleep more comfortably.
yeah,
Clean
because
you
like
up.
some of the dirt would have like caked in on it from his sweat and everything.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
thanks. Yeah.
uh, as he's like finishing up that president, you do hear the off to the distance, like the clip clopping of some horses coming in, fairly rapidly. And you look over, and there's 4 individuals
Do they look like
that kind of get
Vertincos?
off.
I mean, I know it's kind of dark, but
Or yeah, but like you can see, one of them definitely looks like Vert caused. 2 other ones probably, and one of them is wearing a like a big old round hat,
is that a maker
cowboy
hat?
like hat.
Is it a maker
As
hat?
a
Do I
maker hat.
recognize it as a
Yeah,
maker hat?
it's a maker hat.
Hell yeah!
But as
Tunic
you're
on and
like,
I'm running.
no, as you are getting up, looking in that direction, something you see, Davis, in the skyline. There's a star that's shooting and then falls in the direction towards Carver, way off to the distance. Like if you were to like imagine that kind of tracer.
Actually, if it is it like an instant thing or is it kind of slow?
It's fast. It's like you blink and you miss it
Oh
kind of
damn.
thing.
Okay,
You happen to see it because it's just like you're looking in that direction,
gotcha. Okay.
and that's where we'll take our break.